Hey guys, gals, and legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Let's Play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, Elliot's Tale. We're on episode 38 now, and Elliot is doing a hell of a lot better than he was last episode. Things weren't super good for Elliot. He was having a lot of hallucinations, and, well, he had some bad experiences with fire. He ended up starting a forest fire, and causing a decent amount of damage to the environment and to himself as well, so not the best episode for Elliot, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. He made his way back to Shade Hill, to some of the houses that we've been at before. He actually got into, well, his old vehicle that he used to use, and we are actually going to be heading back. We found jumper leads, we've got kind of everything we need, and we are feeling pretty good. It is later in the day, so we're going to go ahead, we're going to drink some water, get ourselves slaked, and if I can, I might try and grab something from the kitchen just so we can use it as a cooking tool of sorts. Okay, let's see. Not sure what we've got over here. Actually, we have a tin can of beans. Nice, not bad. I'll take it. I will take it. But ideally, we would want a pot of some variety. But there doesn't actually seem to be much of a kitchen here. I'm guessing that's kind of a kitchen. Weirdly, there's a bath. We are actually seeing a shocker zombie to the northwest, which is not ideal. We don't want to deal with that even in the slightest. Okay, this seems to be the kitchen here. Okay, that's good. Teapot. Well, we can make tea with it, but not a hell of a lot else. We'll take the. Do we want to take the lasagna with us? Oh. No, I think we're going to leave it for now. We're actually gonna leave this house behind. We are hungry for the time being. We could probably just get away with actually eating that can of beans. Crack it open, eat the beans. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go over to the vehicle here and try and make our way back to the hospital. There is another car with its lights on right there. Which makes me think, oh, fuck off. No thank you. Can you see me? No, you can't. This is why I love nighttime with Elliot. So good. So good. Okay, let's, what the hell was that? Acidic zombie. Nah, that's not cool. And I think we are actually seeing that. A sickly looking dead one. Its skin looks especially thin, with a sticky yellow fluid flowing through the clearly visible veins. Not cool. Yeah, so we're going to make our way into this vehicle here. They can smell us, so they are actually following us because of our smell more than anything. So I want to try and get into this vehicle as fast as possible. Okay, it fails to start. It looks like it's out of gasoline. No! How's that possible? Last episode, it was full. It was good to go. How is the battery on 0 now? Is this the same? Is this the same car? It can't be the same car. Those items are on the ground. What the hell? Something weird's gone on here. That car was good to go. It had gas. It had 42% battery. We go to sleep, and then it's got nothing. That is some bullshit right there. I'm calling bullshit on that. What the hell? Okay, so we don't have that vehicle apparently. So we can't go and grab all those drinks. Because that's definitely it. Let me activate the flashlight. Yep, okay. Well, they know I'm here now. And they're bashing it to pieces. So what I think happened there is that it just, for some reason or another, didn't save the state of the car. Because how else did that all disappear so quickly? Because that's the whole reason I turned the dome light off and I turned the stereo off. I definitely turned them off, right? I'm sure I did. I'm so sure I did. Yeah, I selected turn off. Yeah, definitely. Well, we are going to have to do something about this. We're going to have to do something about these two because they know where I am now. They are after me. 0% battery. Did they destroy the battery throughout the night? No, the battery is there. That is so weird. And that's definitely the car I got as well. That is so unusual. Okay, well it is, I mean it is what it is. What do we have here? Not a hell of a lot. A whole heap of crap actually. Standpipe maintenance log. Okay. Interesting. Nothing we really need. All I do need is to get back to that car, really. We're going to activate this for a second. I'm going to come over to this vehicle here. Yeah. Didn't think so. Holy shitballs. Now we're seeing things. Now we're definitely seeing things, because out of nowhere we saw Amigo and your mother? He's seeing his mother. Okay, that's a bullhead. That's Amigo. Amigo's never good news. A grey mass. A cat. A giant cockroach. Your mother. Where are we seeing her? To the south, apparently. A cyclopean. Relatively humanoid mutant with purple hair and a grapefruit-sized bloodshot eye. Nice. Nice. Well, I think that zombie child might actually be real. What is that? That's apparently our mum. She looks naked. That's... Okay. Elliot is in full freak out mode at the moment. We're being chased by our mother down the road. Okay. Not a good night for him. Not a good night for him at all. From what I thought was a good night, this clearly isn't one of those nights. Oh shit. Okay. Maybe we hallucinated. Maybe we hallucinated seeing that this car was drivable. And it actually turns out it isn't. Not even close to being drivable. I would very much like to bring the military rucksack with us, but I don't think we're going to be able to, unless I do a stupidly risky move of removing the leather backpack. Actually, let's just go. Let's try. This is stupidly risky, but we want to wear it. I don't think we can. Maybe you can only wear one backpack at a time, which is smart. That makes sense. Can we swap it out then? Oh, we don't actually have it in our inventory yet. Okay. Oh, we can actually pick it up. Okay. So that's everything, right? No, we didn't actually pick it up. That's weird. I'm having a strange thing going on with that at the moment. Okay, let's see. Let's wear it. That'll give us a lot more capacity, a lot more carrying volume and the rest. But obviously it's going to make our torso like stupidly encumbered, which I'm okay with for the time being. I just want to make sure that we definitely have... I just saw the aesthetic zombie, so that means it probably is actually real. I want to make sure that we actually have the heavy duty cable, and we do. It's active at the moment, so I want to go ahead and deactivate it. We reel the cable in. Okay. Alright, we want to make our way around those zombies at the moment. There's just the two of them, I believe, which we should be able to do. Yeah, disappointing that we don't have that vehicle. And yeah, we have these little diesel... Apparently that's a bug. Apparently it's a bug that's happening, but I like to think that someone's been just putting diesel out like that. And you know what? Elliot's going to be a little crazy. He's going to go ahead and activate his lighter on that. And he's going to run away. That's just going to burn. Let the diesel burn. Starting fires in the field. Okay, that's the hospital. That's good. So we kind of know where we are at the moment. There will be an eyebot around here. And that's a moose. And what are you doing, moose? You are hostile at the moment. Okay, we need to run for our life. Okay, this could be game over right now. For some reason that moose is hostile, so that means something's hit it at some point or has enraged it. And it's seen us. It sees us as a threat. And in classic Cataclysm, this would have been... it's your death, essentially. We can't fight this moose. It will wreck us very, very badly. So, the options that we have now... I know I sound calm, but I'm not. We probably need to take some meth. I don't know if we can just take it straight. Apparently we can. We took it. We can see that our dexterity, our perception, our intelligence, everything is just up like crazy, and our speed should be up as well. So I'm hoping we might actually get a chance to run. It looks like it has actually destroyed that eyebot. Holy shit. I mean, it is a moose, so it doesn't surprise me it's so fast, but I'm hoping that because it's so dark, we might actually have a chance to lose this thing. Or not. Holy shit. Okay. Option number 2 is, while we are still hyped up on drugs, we just need to try and get some space from him, which I don't think we're going to get. Go for the raccoon. Go for the raccoon, man. Can we get around here? Okay, the door is open. I'm going to try and get in. Okay, no, we can't. But we have him slowed down at the moment, so the kind of only chance we have at the moment is to try and get that out. We're full auto at the moment. Okay. Poor Elliot. Holy crap. Okay, so mooses are very fast. They're very strong. They're big creatures, and they kind of hit like a zombie Hulk, essentially. We were very lucky to get out of that with our lives. When a moose gets onto you, you generally don't have a chance to get away, and that is literally why I kept that meth in, in his backpack for that occasion. It takes a little while longer than I thought to take meth, but yeah, I don't have any experience, so there you go. But Elliot managed to survive it. He is going to have a hell of a come down eventually once that does start to slip, but that's managed to help him get through that scenario. He is obviously, his arms are bashed to crap because he was probably trying to block as much of this moose as he could. I'm kind of imagining the moose not being able to get into the car fully, just trying to smash its way through the door. Elliot getting the MP5 out at the last second and just kind of rattling away into its head. And he did a good job, 4 bullets. So we're getting down on what we have available to us in terms of our bullets there, but really, that was a shitload better than I thought it was going to be for us then. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to have some of those aspirins that are there, and I'm going to let poor Elliot stop running now. So I believe there's a moose corpse on the ground, which is a lot of meat, like just a ridiculous amount of meat. This is a hippie van, and it has gasoline, but the battery power is lacking. I'm assuming here, because I can't actually see the battery, or it just doesn't have a battery at all. Oh, it's lacking wheels as well, so it's kind of useless. But yeah, that could have been a shitload worse than it was. I'm very proud of Elliot. Now the question is, do we go ahead and butcher that? Maybe. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here first, and we're going to have another drink. Let's do we want to have the clean? Well, let's have a clean. Oh, no. Okay. In that case, we won't. But we should be able to store a decent amount of this in our bags, and this is the reason why I took the second backpack with us, so that we can actually try and bring some of these with us. That's a lot of clean water. Energy drinks would be kind of good, but I think we're okay with what we've got so far. It's all pretty decent. Chewing gum we don't really need. We can take a little bit more by the looks of things. I think that's about it, so we're going to have to leave a little bit of this behind, but that's a lot of drink that we're bringing with us. I'm pretty happy with that. We can store a little bit more. I think it's more the weight that's the issue. Yeah, it's the weight, not the storage. So it's just, that's our strength. So that's what we can carry now. We probably won't be able to carry that forever, so while we're still hyped up on drugs, we're going to try and run back. And I'm feeling slightly suicidal in that we are going to take a shortcut. We're going to take a shortcut through the bush, through the woods, because this is Elliot Wood, and well, he's the Wendigo, and this is his home. And really, he's the thing you should be hiding from in these woods. But I'm also hoping at the same time that we don't run into anything terrible out here, because yep, swamps and the rest are full of creatures. But we have the element of, well, having that sight first and foremost, but obviously we still can be tracked through scent, which some of those zombies have displayed before, that even though they can't see us, they kind of smell where we are, and they know the general direction to head in. if they're following us. But we seem to be making pretty good at the moment. I do need to be careful though, because we can run into just a random cigarette butt out here. Okay. We can run into sinkholes and the rest, especially now that we are getting to this kind of swampy area. But we should be able to pass through, as long as I'm careful, relatively unscathed. And so far so good for Elliot. It's been, again, like another kind of crazy episode for Elliot. He doesn't seem to get much of a break. And that moose is just one of those things. Any of you who have played Cataclysm before will know how crazy the moose are. And it used to be that the moose, they would almost always be hostile for one reason or another. I'm just trying to watch out for sinkholes here. They can just appear without you knowing at all. But yeah, they would essentially just appear, because they can run so fast as well. So you'd be crafting or something like that. It was to appear out of nowhere, smash, throw itself through a window, and just absolutely demolish you because something hit it. Usually it takes a little while for them to become hostile to everything else, but once the moose is enraged, generally there ain't no going back. And I just kind of realized that this is an unexplored area of the forest that we're in at the moment, so I actually have no idea what could be here. There could be something else here. There could be camps. There could be nothing at all. We don't know. We are kind of uncovering it a little bit, and it looks like we will be getting to the edge of the forest soon, so I'm actually happy about that. Holy shit, we're dead tired. Because of the drugs. Because of the drugs. That's why we're dead tired. It's completely used up all of our energy, even though we actually had a pretty decent sleep. We slept from 5 AM right up until like the evening. That obviously has its negatives. So we're going to have some caffeine pills just so that we can actually stay awake for a little bit longer. Last thing I want is Elliot to fall asleep when he's out in the middle of nowhere like this. Even if we make it to that cave. I mean, it's a rat cave, but at least I know that the top level is kind of okay. Well, actually, the ground level more like. Okay, it looks like we're actually going to be able to make it. As long as I can keep Elliot on his feet. We're going to make sure that safe mode's actually turned on. Yep, there we go. So if anything does come into our field of view, it will alarm us of that. How much longer until bedtime? You're too tired to function well. Yeah, we're exhausted. I know. See if we can... Oh, for fuck's sakes. I was going to have something else, but we've just run into a giant bee. And can you... You get a pretty good idea where I am. Yep, of course you do. Let's change the firing mode over. Let's just go semi-auto. Just going to try and see if we can get away. Yeah, we're only spending a few shots. That's not so bad. We will actually butcher this bee, and I will take its meat with us. Oh shit, we're not doing very well. We're exhausted at the moment. And we're over encumbered, because we are so exhausted. I actually think going to that cave might be our only option at the moment. I'm going to see if I can make it there. I am trying to look at our pain levels. They are going to be rising because we are carrying so much. But as long as we can kind of get to that cave, we'll be a little bit out of sight. We're straining under the weight at the moment. We're so close now. Just a little bit further, buddy. Okay, there you go. Okay, that's not the way in. There it is. What is that? Leg splint. Oh, that's actually his leg splint. Okay, we are going to go right to the back of this cave here. We're going to drop a whole heap of crap. Okay. Let's drop all that stuff. We want to make sure that we're well under at the moment. Ignore. Okay. So we're looking good. The weight's okay, the volume is okay. We're cold at the moment. There won't be too much we can do about that, unfortunately. Our head and our mouth are going to be cold. Am I wearing a scarf at all? I don't think I am, because we could pull it up over our mouth, but we aren't. No, we're just going to have to... We're going to have to live with what we got here. The sun will be rising soon-ish, so he's just got to kind of try and survive this night. We're going to take an aspirin. We're exhausted, so we are actually just going to try and go to sleep. Okay. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. 2 AM. 2:30. We're actually healing up a little bit, which is good. So he's kind of tucked himself away in this cave at the moment after taking that meth. Now, I don't see Elliot as being much of a drug taker in terms of like recreational drugs. He obviously was on a lot of different kinds of medication, and possibly some of these lab tests they were doing, they were exposing him to different kinds of chemicals, different kinds of drugs. And so he probably isn't used to this kind of come down, but he knew that he needed something extra to help him get away from that moose, to get him out of that situation. And looking at this now, he's actually almost completely healed up. We are still dead tired. We wake up and the sunlight is irritating our skin. We're very thirsty and we're hungry. We can handle the thirstiness, so let's go ahead and we'll actually use some of that water there. We'll see if we can drink maybe some of this herbal tea. Okay, we're hungry. We have food with us. We are just going to have some of the gum for the time being. And we're dead tired, but I think we should be able to make a push again. So if I pick up everything off the ground, we should be good to start moving. We're dead tired, but I think we should be able to make it. And you know what? We're going to try and use the telescoping umbrella again. So we'll store that back in the inventory, and we'll just get moving. There's a giant fly nearby, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. Poor Elliot's been making this across ground journey, and now it's telling us we should really get some sleep. We'll probably end up being exhausted again soon, and looking at this now, we are actually losing stamina again because we're carrying a little bit too much weight. So I'm probably going to have to try and drop some things. I would like to be able to drink some of those things before we drop them, but I think we might just have to drop them, really. I'm not going to take any more meth along the way. Not unless it's an emergency, of course. We do have some splintered woods on us, so I'll go ahead and drop those. I thought I dropped them, but apparently I didn't. There we go, and we'll drop those bottles as well. That's still not enough, though, unfortunately. We do need to drop more. So I might have to look at dropping something else. What do we got? We'll just get that one orange soda. We'll drop that. Drop the lemonades. Shit, the annoying thing with this is that they actually don't take up a hell of a lot in terms of the weight. I'm just wondering if there's anything I can take that isn't a hardcore drug. I don't think so. I mean, we can take the caffeine pills, it'll help us stay awake for a little bit longer. But we're still dealing with that being overweight. You know what, we're just going to drop some of the meat for now, I think. Is that going to help? It's going to help, but it's not going to get us under. Shit. You know what? I think if I swap that out for the telescoping umbrella, that might do it. No. It's essentially the same. They essentially weigh very close to the same to each other, unfortunately. Yep, pretty much identical. I guess the weight ends up being the same, even though we're carrying it in our hands. Yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense. Oh dear. Okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do then? We don't have a hell of a lot of other things that we can't drop. So it might just have to be some of those, some of the drinks. I will get rid of the crap if I can, just like the open tin can first of all. And then kind of try and work my way through these. We'll drop the mineral water. Oh, actually, that's enough. Okay, because they're glass bottles. Okay, alright. That's good. We're slaked at the moment, so we couldn't do anything more with them. And we're just going to keep on walking for now. And we have a giant bee, and I can't exactly see where it is at the moment, which is a little concerning. Oh, it's over there. Shit, okay. Right. It's just minding its own business. We'll leave it be. Oh god, that's freaking terrible. Okay. Alright, we're getting to the mine. We're doing it. Okay, I'm going to turn save mode on. Just so it will alert me while I'm running if something bad happens. We spotted a dog, that's okay. As long as a dog doesn't try anything, we should be fine. You never know though. And there's a wolf, and I can't exactly see where it was. Where is it? Oh, it's down there. Shit. I think it might have seen us. It's going after the cat. Good. Good wolf. Chase down that cat. You really don't want to deal with us. Because you might be able to do a little bit of damage to us, but at the end of the day, we still have a machine gun that we can kind of burst your way. We'll leave those spiders be as well. We don't want to stir up any trouble down there. And holy shit, we've actually made it back to our vehicle. Oh, damn. Okay. we've made it back here. Now that we are actually back here, I really hope that at least one of these still has some kind of charge in them, because otherwise we are screwed. Now this one did have charge in it, and it still does. Okay, that's good. It does actually have some battery in it still. Raw offal, yeah. Okay, this is good, this is good. So we should theoretically be able to jump the two of them. I don't know how far it can stretch though, that's the only problem here. I don't know how far it can make it, and we can't move this vehicle, so yeah, annoying as hell. Okay, so let's go to this. We're going to go activate, attach it to there, and then we're going to go across to here and hopefully attach it to here. I'm hoping. Activate, attach loose end of the cable to there. Hey! Look at that! We linked them up! We actually linked them up. Okay, let's go across here. Yes! 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 Finally! It springs to life. Now, I'm just going to leave this going for the time being. So, we're going to come across here. We're going to let go of the controls. Actually, take control. And just... Okay, that's all turned off. The dome light's turned off. Yeah, I don't know how it did. I don't know how it ran out. We're going to let go of the controls for a second. We're just going to leave this going, and it should start draining the battery from over there. So as soon as it gets to 3%, we'll be okay. Wow, it's actually taken everything already. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, 5%. Perfect. Perfect. Freaking perfect. Okay, great. Is it still taking more? I don't know if it can. 8%. Okay, I don't know how it's charging. 9%. Oh, because the engine's running, of course. Okay, so the engine's running, the alternator is turning, it's generating power. Okay, that's good, that's good. I know, I understand, I understand. Okay, let's go ahead and drop all of these drinks. No, don't step into the smoke. Oh, gonna do this. Can I climb up on top of that? No, I can't. Yes, okay, fine, we'll step into it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to drop these right here. And we're gonna go to the drinks. And we're going to drop pretty much everything in there. Now that meat's gone old, which is unfortunate. It's not off yet, but it's old. So, yeah. We're actually going to drop everything there for now. Except for that meat. Okay, we dropped them all in there. We are feeling hungry. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's see how we're doing now. 22% battery. Oh. Luxury, freaking luxury. We are going to keep these jumper cables. I'm going to make 100% sure that we always have them in a vehicle so that we never, ever, ever, ever have to do that again, because that was annoying as hell. That trip was just an absolute mess, an absolute friggin' mess. So the question is, where do we go from here? I still want to be heading out along this road here, seeing where it goes, where the east goes. This is somewhere where Elliot probably has never been in his life. He probably grew up in and around Shade Hill, but out to the right here, I don't think he's ever been. So it will be interesting to see what lies along that road. He is dead tired, so I might try and allow him to have a little bit of a nap, maybe down in the mining place, maybe see if I can actually just set him up there for a little bit. Or we might just try and push through until, wow, that's the thing. Yeah, we want him to be awake at night. I don't know, I definitely don't want him falling asleep at the wheel, so I think I will try and get him to have some sleep here. Perhaps we will try and cook up some of that food as well. But guys and gals, that's going to be next episode. Thank you all for joining me for this one. We have our vehicle, it is running, it's a beautiful thing, we're charging up that battery. I'm going to get to 100%, and yeah, I'm happy. Alrighty, I have been Raikon, you have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.